Hello, welcome to Hierophant Unknown Girl Society, the only Welcome to the Party Unknown Armies game in which a cat will play blues guitar for 2d20 minutes every single session. I'm rolling now, and the cat is going to roll -5 minutes. It got distracted and didn't want to play guitar.
Oh no.
That's how cats do, so you know. Okay, so let's read the stuff I'm supposed to read at the start of a game. So, first of all, Welcome to the Party is dedicated to creating an inclusive and equitable gaming community where folks can come and learn how to stream or play games on stream, and then we give them a place to do it. Our sponsors are Devin Rue, maker of fine fantasy maps. You can find all our amazing stuff at rueinc.com. That's rueink.com. Tabletop Loot, maker of dice, shirts, mugs, and more. Find all their great stuff at tabletoploot.com. And of course, we have So Nerdware, our official merch sponsor. Use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase at sonerdware.com. So Nerdware, it's what the nerds wear. The best way to support the channel and our ongoing work is through the Patreon. There you'll get interviews with players, mods, and DMs, behind-the-scenes looks at our games from arts to notes, and you'll help us in our goal to be able to underwrite amazing writers, artists, and creators from across the gaming universe as we try to create a showcase of their amazing work here on the channel. Check it out at patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg. Don't forget to join us on the Discord at the link below to keep the conversation going. The Discord is pretty good. We are playing Unknown Armies. We are a game in which we are starting a pizza, taco, LGBTQ, hangout, cat cafe, concert space in a somewhat odd town. So now we're going to go around and introduce the everybody. We do not have Elizabeth with us today. So let's start with Mara.
Hi, my name is Theater Nerd. Today I will be playing Mara, and she won't get us into any trouble this week. I promise.
You lie. Up next, we have Minerva.
Hi, I'm Persephone. I'm playing Minerva. Obviously best girl. Yeah.
All right, and we have Adora.
Hi there, Connie. Oh yeah, welcome to the party. I'm going to be playing Adora, the super small goth witch who makes all of their magic work with trash.
Wonderful. So, real quickly, because I like doing this, let's go around and describe what your character's looking like at the start of the game, just their physical appearance, give us that kind of anchor point, so when we see them walk on stage, we know, that's not a 5'2" person from Italy in a suit that's also shiny. We know that's Adora. Why don't we start with Mara again, because that's the order I did before.
Cool. Mara is a 20-year-old eco-activist. She is pretty athletically built, tall and slender. I don't know, I didn't really think about this because, again, I didn't expect to play this week. It's like a running theme with me. I would say probably brown hair, brown eyes.
Cool. All right. Oh, and thank you. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to say Mike Halwayne, and hopefully that's right. They subscribed, and they want to give a sub bonus, and because I don't know what that does, I'm going to give a +10 something. You know what? No, I'm going to give a hunch to Mara. So Mara, go ahead and roll a D100. That's going to be your next roll.
Boop. It's not horrible, I suppose.
What'd you get?
Great. 59.
Okay, so depending on what you're doing, you could know you're going to fail or know you're going to succeed, but either way, it'll be towards the middle. It can be useful to know. This is not the time for me to jump out of the way of that bullet. wait, no, always jump out of the way of the bullet.
Always use protection.
Basically. All right, Minerva, what do you look like?
Minerva is a tall, very much kind of a Renaissance woman, long, curly red hair, just like a really big gal, like she's 6'4".
And if I recall, you succeeded in between sessions on the experience roll. You passed instead of failed your identity Jew by choice.
Yes.
Means I wanted to give you a little something. And I think what's going to happen is the good rabbi that I forgot the name of because it's written down somewhere.
Rabbi
Weaver. Rabbi Weaver.
Yeah.
Rabbi Weaver is like, hey, Minerva.
Yeah.
I found this in the attic, and it looks like something you might be into. It's not in English, and it's not in Hebrew as I understand it, so it might be in code. And he hands you what looks like an old scroll.
Is it in like Aramaic?
I don't know. I tried reading it in Aramaic, and it didn't make sense to me, but honestly, my Aramaic's a little rusty.
Yeah, I would imagine most people's is.
So, take a look. Let me know what you find. Might be interesting.
Okay.
I can't think of anyone who would enjoy it as much as you. And, that's what it's all about.
Okay. I have a scroll now.
And if during this scene Mara was in the room, he probably rustles Mara's head affectionately and says, "Don't kill anyone today. Too bad. Good kid."
It's like he knows.
My favorite bit from Rabbi Weaver was just like, you gotta sneak up behind him and whack him with a tire iron, but metaphorically.
He is certainly an eccentric rabbi.
I just imagine Mara getting arrested for something. The rabbi told me to do it.
I mean, I kind of did, I kind of did, kind of didn't. It's hit or miss, Look, just pass it to me. Everything will be fine. It'll be fine.
And I don't necessarily believe everything the rabbi says, but he told me to do it.
Believe everything the rabbi says. Nothing can go wrong.
But
Okay.
how many hit or miss jokes are we gonna get in chat now?
Don't do it. I will close you out, Chad, if you start on this.
Do it.
See if I missed anything. So that's what happened from that roll. And then Adora, what do you look like?
Adora is very short. They're like 4'9", 18 years old. Their skin is dark black. One side of their head is shaved completely off. The other side is poking up and poofy, just big old shock of hair coming out. They are wearing torn up black and gray clothing with enamel pins that say things like "I'm trash," possums only.
Possums only.
Carry around right now a trash bag that is leaking some sort of juice out of one corner, and you can see through a tear that there's like a mannequin head that has like a missing eyeball.
You're wearing a mannequin head? Did I get that right?
No, they're carrying a trash bag that has
okay. Sorry.
mannequin head in it.
Is it just the mannequin head or the other body parts?
You don't know. There's only the one tear in the bag that shows you the mannequin's head missing.
So it's like the nose sticking out of it?
Yeah.
This game is already weird. We haven't even done anything yet. All right. And I believe you already picked the experience roll from last session and rolled that and failed, so you get to level up a thing. Did you already say that? All right.
I did.
We are playing Unknown Armies 3rd edition, but we are using a house rule in which, I don't know if viewers want to hear this stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it unless people are like, don't. Should I talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm house ruling that if you have identities that didn't get used during a session, you can mark it as if you can try to mark it. If you fail a roll, it levels up. If you succeeded a roll, something good happens. Usually you only mark things that happen in game, but because we only have 3 hours, blah, 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 blah. So it's a little bit of a house rule. Now, I want to review very quickly our somewhat important, very important lines and veils, because this actually ruled out a couple things. Unknown Armies can be a disturbing game. So, for example, one of these lines actually ruled out an entire adept school, which is okay with me because I don't like it much anyway. So the lines for this game are no sexual assault. It's not happening. Time lost for psychological reasons, not a thing. Relationship gaslighting, that actually rules out a couple of mystic stuff from Unknown Armies, which is okay with me because we don't need that in this story. And animals getting hurt. This is really important since we have tons and tons of things. Tons and tons of animals. We have three named cats? How many named cats do we have?
I think 3.
3 right now. All right, I'll have to go through. But we will find more. Find more. Something in the chat said something about virgins meeting my bad, I will leave. I don't know what that means. Is that a thing? Did I do something? No?
I have no idea.
All right, I'm going to move on with life then and focus on, running the game. So, as we open, assuming that everyone is on board with this, it is a dark night. We are outside a 3 or 4 story house. You're not sure. It's a large colonial, gated. Outside the gate are a pile of trash. There's like 4 or 5 bags of trash, 2 rolling trash cans, and it's dark. It's fall, and yet there's cicadas. That doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to you because this is a weird town. And if I am understanding the situation, all 3 of you are ruffling through the trash bags?
I
Oh, no,
thought
no,
it was just Adora and Minerva.
Okay, so Mara.
Mara actually probably went with, but you see them wearing like all black clothing, and they have like this vest they always wear, and they actually probably have pulled out a lockpick kit.
Okay, so
I'm actually breaking into her house.
hold on one second. All right. So you're picking the lock while the other 2 of them are going through the trash.
Correct.
Is that okay with everyone else so far?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So I think this is probably going to start us off with some identity rolls, or I need to pull up my character sheet. You're digging through the trash, Adora. So unless you feel still learning a new system, please. Where is the character sheet? Okay. Thank you very much, Andy. Oh, I forgot to thank Andy as we were getting started. I'm a mess. Andy is producing this stream for us. Andy is awesome. Everybody appreciate Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
So, is the character sheet not in the core rules?
I have no idea.
Because it's in the second book for some reason. That's weird. All right. I feel like unless you're not sure, I feel like it's going to be a notice check to find something in the garbage.
Okay.
And so Adora and Minerva, if you're going through the garbage, go ahead and give me that check. And then Mara, what are you using to
So I flipped around the names of some of my identities. Eco-terrorist and being good at computers are going to kind of be wrapped up all in one. So I'm going to use eco-terrorist because I'm pretty sure I have broken and entered, except that's unfortunately going to be a failure because of my stupid hunch roll.
All right.
Couldn't have been like a 1 or low.
All right. So everyone who has failed, mark what you got. If you succeeded, tell me.
I succeeded.
All right. Hold on. All right. I was looking away for a second. Was that Connie?
No, that was Persephone.
I wonder why
When-
I'm really bad at voices.
When I fail at a notice, where do I mark the failure? Is that under
no.
unnatural or?
Actually, you don't. I don't think you mark failures for basic skill checks. You only mark failures for identities.
I see.
I think. I'm
Mm,
still.
There are failures next to those things.
Oh, I think those are the failed ones for like when you go woo and something freaks you out. Like remember what happened with Elizabeth in response to the talking cat? And
Yeah.
it got overwhelming. So that's what those are. Those are different from like marking things because they're
Okay.
success. I mean, because they're failures for experience. All right. So Adora, you are going to find shredded hospital bills.
Yay.
And then Minerva, you are going to find carry-out bags from a Burger King.
Uh-huh.
And Mara, you failed, right?
Yeah, technically.
So the
Since you're saying hunch rolls have to be used on the next roll.
that's correct. They have to be used for the next one. So you're going to be trying to do it, and you realize you need something a little more sophisticated than the tools you brought. What this is going to tell you is actually that she's much more serious about security than you expected. Like, we're talking, you've broken into office buildings. This is like, they spent some serious money on these locks, much more than you would have thought would be here. So even though you failed, I'm going to give you something. Minerva, there's a lot of fast food trash here. Like a lot more than you would expect from if she lives here alone or with a husband or with a partner. It's curious. Adora, the hospital bills are torn up. You can piece together things about you see a name Cameron. You recognize the name of the hospital that I haven't worked out the name yet because, of course, I forgot about that.
St. Joe Schmoes.
No, there's no St. Joe. That's not a real thing.
Well,
Just
yeah,
like
Joe
that
can be
is
shit for a lot of things. St. John, St. Joan of Arc, St. George, maybe?
Saints are BS, just like death.
Yeah, same for a Christian thing anyway.
So
I think I'm going to call it just Mercy Hospital. So that's just what I'm going to call it, if that's all right. Is that okay with everyone?
yeah.
All right. So I'm going to just make a note because I don't want to forget the hospital. So that's a big thing. This could be used in a ritual because depending on who Cameron is or what Cameron is, but there's a lot of other information that, and it looks like someone's spending a ton of money.
Okay.
Do you want to look at anything else there, or are you good there?
So I'm remembering that we have this thing obsession and trash which I am trying to dig through, is my obsession. Could I flip that 74 to make it a pass?
What's 70?
And-
I thought you passed. Did I mess up?
You
You
did, but it's my obsession, so we switched it,
Oh,
and I
shoot.
did succeed.
I messed up. I messed up because Persephone passed, Connie failed.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be something really important about all that fast food.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, there is. There's a detail there. There's a clue there, but it's not a good clue. Um. It, Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that hospital bill. I'm going to rip it out of Adora's hands. I'm going to give it to Minerva.
Okay.
Minerva, you found a hospital bill with the word Cameron on it, and it's Mercy
Uh-huh.
Hospital. And it's got a lot of details about treating someone. The dates are recent. The money amounts a lot. Adora, no, you cannot flip notice because you have an obsession skill, and that's what you flip.
Okay.
However, once per session, if one of your passions, your noble, rage, or fear stimuli are involved, then you can flip anything. So, for example, if you had noble stimuli learning from trash, that doesn't make much sense.
right.
Digging
I get
through
the idea.
trash.
Yeah.
Digging through trash makes them hopeful that maybe they aren't trash.
That's totally fine. Adora is busy trying to get the fast food papers to stick to their mannequin that they've pulled out of the trash bag that they brought with them. They're happily distracted.
All right.
I have an idea. So presumably, because I know a lot of people on Facebook for the birthday magic thing, does that mean I at least have some connection to Jaquette on Facebook?
Probably yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look up and see if she has any like relatives listed named Cameron.
Oh, that's good. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. There is a memorial page. Apparently, someone named Cameron is currently in a coma, and lots of people do that, and that's one of the reasons the Committee for Cleanliness and Purity was founded.
Oh.
And lots of people regularly make donations in Cameron's name to all sort of stuff around the town. There's not a lot much more there, but that's a thing. And you start, everyone give me notice checks, unless you've got something that would let you notice something, like an identity.
No.
Does it have anything to do with the street that we're on? Ooh,
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sorry, got a little excited there. I noticed.
You notice.
I'm going to roll dropout as I know the streets.
Okay. All right. So
Hey,
So
I
you're
failed.
gonna mark dropout, and then I got to look at, because I know there's a thing that happens when you crit notice that's already been told to me.
No.
All right. Not just hearing or sight, but insight. Brilliant, penetrative insight.
Yeah, fuck you, Jaquette.
The-
Too bad that wasn't the stupid lock-picking roll.
no, this is actually really good, because it's not just one person approaching you. Yes, it's Officer Quinn walking down the street towards you with his hands out, nothing in them, like he's unarmed. And
Is
you
he in
know-
uniform?
no, he is not in uniform.
Okay, cool.
He has a backpack on. You see that he is carrying his gun, but it's concealed. It's probably like in the bulge inside of his shirt.
Does he do the one on the back of the waistband?
I think it's actually like he's got like a kind of a sports coat, kind of like a shirt, and it's under the button-down shirt, so he can't even get to it very easily. It's kind of a weird way to wear it. And he's just affably walking towards you, and you realize he's not a threat. Whatever's happening right now, he's not the threat in this situation. He's fine. You also notice that you've been noticed. Specifically, you notice, let me pull up my character map. Wait, where'd I put it? I have this document, so let me see. Okay. You realize you hear footsteps inside the gate. Someone is moving. You can't quite see them clearly. It's hard to see in there. And you have a sense that someone at this house is mystically aware of the group's presence. Connie, you got a matched failure on your notice check.
Yeah.
Am I literally the only one who succeeded?
Wait, no, that was me.
Yeah, that was Minerva.
Oh, yeah, no.
Did I do that again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think,
it's
you know what would help if we just changed our names in Roll20 to our character names.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. I'm sorry about that. So, Minerva, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You notice absolutely nothing. You are still reading the
absorbed in Facebook.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say if this turns into an action scene, you're gonna be distracted for a little bit.
Oh, fun.
If that's a big if.
Mhm.
I'm not certain it's gonna go that way. Normally, Mara.
Yes.
But I'm assuming be very suspicious of.
Oh yeah, always. He tried to extort us. He's a douchebag.
Yes. But he's coming up, and you know he's not the threat here because the person inside the doors in the gate, they are something, you can't tell what, aiming at Mara. And as Quinn approaches, he's just like, hey, it's a nice night. We should go get waffles.
Yeah, I think we totally should get waffles. And she flashes a look to the other ones like, this is a lot more serious than him just magically showing up when the bad shit's about to happen.
What about waffles?
Let's get
We're
waffles.
hungry for waffles, aren't we, Minerva?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, waffles sound great. Yeah.
All right.
Adora
They're
is
kosher.
failed all of their notice checks, so they are just like really focused on getting these fast food things attached to this mannequin, and they're like, I can't, there's art going on.
All right. What happens next? The art that you are doing, Adora. Let's see, hold on.
Oh, sweet summer child.
You suddenly stumble forward, Adora, into your art, into something sharp in the trash. The trash almost feels like it's attacking you. And I need to look up the rules for specific harm.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and roll for this to see how it goes. Let's hope this doesn't go well for me. Oh, that's bad. All right, Adora, you stumble forward into a lot of broken glass that wasn't necessarily in the trash before. And also, apparently, someone decided to clean out the rusty knife connection in the bag of trash.
Nice.
And now you have severe cuts all up and down your arm. and your leg.
Awesome.
In this game, I don't tell you how much damage you've taken.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. So,
So
Adora is going to like hop back and be like, "Fuck! Oh my goodness! I've got trash wounds."
And your sculpture has been completely smashed.
My art!
Now, I need you to make it a natural 5 save.
So I defend with knowledge.
I believe so.
It says it on the character sheet.
What I'm gonna do then? Yay! I
Now you roll well.
succeed, right?
So give yourself a hardened unnatural notch.
Okie dokie.
Now, how is a rank 3 violence check for you? Are you hardened for that?
Nope.
Give me a violence check.
Okay, defending again. That's gonna be fitness. Gotta find it.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do more than one check at once. That's how I've always done it, but I'm not sure it is.
Fitness isn't right next to help.
You're fine.
Helplessness.
I found that, but I'm going to roll teenager because teenagers can survive anything.
Does teenage defend against violence?
It substitutes for fitness, which
But that's
defends
not the-
against
that's-
violence.
It's not the same thing. They're two different things.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
You need an identity that actually defends against violence for that.
Okay.
So take that 28, and how does that compare to your fitness?
Fitness.
Probably is over because I have 3 notches in violence.
I have 3 notches in fitness. I'm just gonna roll it.
Sure.
It's a 50, so I was still under it both times.
All right. You succeed. So give yourself a hardened violence and step back and realize shit just got serious.
Fuck y'all. This trash is
It's
fucking alive.
Quinn hands you a wet wipe for your hands.
Nah, man, I don't accept shit from cops.
I'm off. I'm not. Look at my clothes. Good. Let's
Dora,
go get
just
waffles.
take it.
Can we waffles, guys?
Nah.
Yeah, let's waffles.
What the hell, y'all? Why y'all want to hang out with the pig?
Look, we'll
Dora!
talk about it later. It's fine.
Oh, man.
Quinn's like, guys, we would really go get waffles.
Yes, let's actually go get waffles.
I
The-
I feel like you're like literally dragging Adora behind
Yes.
you as they're like, ah!
Only it's
Alright.
probably not much dragging because I do CrossFit. I
Oh,
probably
yeah. you pick up Adora.
Yeah,
Right?
isn't like Adora 4'9" anyway? Minerva
Yeah.
can probably just carry her on her shoulder.
Right?
I probably just have
I
Adora
dig it.
like fireman carried with the like trash bag still in hand, like over my shoulder.
Right? The trash bag's dragging on the ground, and we can see Adora's face, like with those sparkly eyeballs, because the person they love is carrying them somewhere.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Oh, you're carrying Adora then. Okay.
it just fit. I'm pretty sure I already have picked them up and started walking away as we.
Oh, I thought I was picking her up. Okay.
Why don't you both pick her up and you're almost like taking turns carrying her? You're cute play catch with her. The point is, pick up and we're leaving, so it's not we're hanging out, letting me get off
No.
another shot with whatever just happened.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I would have done it sooner had they not been so engrossed in their quote unquote artwork.
So, are we going for waffles or do we ditch Quinn?
No, we're going for waffles.
Okay. He takes you to an all-night diner called Diner.
Mhm.
It's across the street from a rundown bar called No Ponies that you don't see anyone going into or out of.
And there are no ponies outside, right? Like
That is correct.
hitched up to the like fake hitching post out front.
Uh-huh.
So
So
he
what,
orders waffles and puts syrup on them.
I'm going to ask him, what the hell was up with last night, and why did you magically appear when magic or shit was about to go down?
Last night? Yo, you mean at the pizza place?
Yes, at our pizza place. Yes.
I'm supposed to go around and get donations for the police. And
Okay.
you
So that
need
wasn't
help.
Donations.
What?
Like, you weren't asking us to pay you like the mob used to do for protection.
The mob. The mob. The mob. The
Or
mob.
mafia, or...
Oh, like in a movie. No, this is real life. I'm not a movie guy. I'm a real guy. I'm a real boy.
Can I try to sense, like, if he's just feeding us a line of shit?
Sure. I'm sure that's one of the basic abilities.
It's probably connect.
Yeah, that sounds right. It could be connect, or if you have something that substitutes for connect.
No, not particularly.
Uh,
Not in
can
this case.
Can I also roll connect?
Yeah, all of you can roll if you want to, or whatever
Yeah.
substitutes.
Fucking damn it.
All right. So let's see now.
I feel like my character doesn't believe him as far as she can throw him, but she's unsure of if he's actually telling her the truth at this point.
Fine. Minerva
Mm-hmm.
believes what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, he seems a little off when you're talking to him. Like he's lucid, he's together, but he's not necessarily following all of the logical roads that happen in the conversation.
Uh-huh. Hey, are you feeling okay, man?
I'm fine. I've been fine. I'm just, you get old, sometimes the brain,
you seem a little woozy.
No, I'm not woozy. That's just the way it is, like, okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't know. Maybe like, it's probably late, like thanks for hanging out at the diner with us, but maybe you should go get some sleep, man. It seems like you're a little off.
He pulls out his a piece of paper. No, I need another 4 hours. He puts it back in into his pocket. Another 4 hours. Then I can sleep.
Okay.
Are you trying to break a record or something? Because, staying up more than 36 hours starts to get real dangerous and real bad.
No, I sleep well. My doctor keeps an eye on me ever since the surgery. Helps me get stuff.
What surgery?
Well, I don't remember the details because it was brain surgery. But I had brain surgery.
Adora is behind the booth that they're sitting at, grabbing napkins and staunching their blood, and just goes, woo, behind Officer Quinn's head.
He copies you.
Why
I can show you the
did you-
scars. He peels back the kind of wrap he wears on top of his head, and you can see there's scars on the top of his head. It looked like it was really weird.
Why did you have brain surgery?
I got shot in the head. I'm a cop.
Oh.
Or you think you're a cop?
No, I'm a real cop. I'll show you my badge and everything. I showed you my badge the other day. I don't have it with me, do I?
Just because one has a badge, I know you can order them online. I am not admitting to anything, but I know you can order them.
Didn't you call? You said you were gonna call. Did you call?
So chronologically speaking, when is this night?
I think we're the night after. We're Saturday night, if that's cool. Unless we want to be Sunday night.
She probably would have called, yes.
Let's say Sunday night, so we can have some breathing room. All right. Yeah. No, Quinn's a real cop. People kind of smile and get jovial when you mention Quinn. Yeah, he's a bit odd, but he's a good guy.
Something is still fishy.
I can't imagine why you would think something is fishy here.
Did you
Did you
do it at Mercy, or did you go somewhere else?
somewhere else.
Did you go out to the UFO in the forest to get this?
Oh no, I stay away from the UFO. I don't have any business with that anymore.
Oh, I
And
hate that UFO.
anymore.
Wait, what do you mean anymore?
Well, I mean, it landed, right? It's there.
Yeah, you didn't like run off and disappear like certain other people I know ran off and disappeared.
Oh, just say my parents. I know who you're talking about.
That didn't mean he had to know who we were talking about. But okay, the cat's out of the bag.
I'm pretty sure he knows. He's a cop. He's probably watching me.
He's not, actually. He's not super observant, actually. Though he does have a pack of salt in his breast pocket that he pulls out because his fries aren't salty enough. Just, because.
Waffles and fries.
And
So
here's the thing. You
Waffle
notice,
fries?
Waffles and fries, yeah.
you do think, and I want to make this clear, not like I'm telling you how to feel about this character, but more like he seems very trustworthy, and he seems like everything he's saying is what he means.
Okay.
Oh,
Where'd you go get the brain surgery, if you don't mind me asking?
I went out of town. I don't. He looks confused. I don't remember. I'd have
Really?
to
Huh.
ask my doc. Anyway.
What's your doctor's name?
Huh. Seems like something I ought to know, right? My old
Yeah.
It seems like this. I mean, I've only got,
Maybe.
Anyway, at that moment, the door to diner opens. I should make a note because I really like that I just called it diner. And who should walk in? Any guesses?
Jacket.
No, actually.
Good. Thank goodness.
It's Garrick.
That would have gotten real ugly. Real quick.
Wonderful.
Oh no.
Great.
And Garrick, if you recall, is Adora's delinquent father,
Oh shit.
the tailor. And he immediately
Yup.
runs up to Adora and says, "Oh my gosh, you're bleeding."
I punch him in the face.
All
I
right.
was gonna say that probably makes two of us who want to punch him in the face.
He does not block and he goes over. I'm
What the fuck are you
sorry.
doing? Stay away from me, old man.
Minerva came to see me and said I should look you up. That's why.
Shut up.
Minerva?
Listen, I'm just
just
trying to
wanted
make
to-
sure everybody has a cool birthday, and I was totally gonna talk to you about it later, not now.
I just,
I think you've got some explaining to do.
Yes, I will
It was
totally
my
explain
birthday.
later.
No.
Not
You
now.
come here hanging out with a cop. My dad shows up. I'm out. And Adora kind of kicks her dad and then walks out.
oh, I deserve it.
Mara runs after Adora.
I love you, honey.
As much as she wants to curb stomp her dad. Or their dad.
And then
Mara
that
follows.
Quinn is going to say, maybe we should have gone for pancakes.
Maybe. Does Diner serve alcohol?
I don't. I might. He reaches in his bag. He pulls out a small bottle of unlabeled whiskey.
Wait, who's
No.
doing this?
Probably
Quinn.
one of the like dollar bottles you could get at the liquor store.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
ones that
like-
are plastic, not glass.
Yep, and super off brand.
Yeah, he pulls it out. I mean, it's not great, but
You know what? I got my own at my house. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Better to drink at home. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Whew.
Be safe. Hopefully your
too.
head gets
Oh, it'll be
better.
fine. I'll be fine. I'm worried about you guys. He puts some cash on the table, covering everyone's meal, and leaves.
I will also leave trying to like message Mara because I assume that Adora will not return my texts, at least right now.
Probably a good call.
All right. So Garrick stands up crying and he says, "You're right." He says to no one, "Bad idea. I should have listened." But and he doesn't say anything else and he leaves.
Adora, wait. I'm assuming we're like down the block from Diner.
So is this a chase sequence?
I'm pretty sure I can catch up to her or them. I do CrossFit.
If anyone's chasing anyone, it's me catching up to y'all.
That's I feel like catching Mara is the speedster of the group, so that could be different. Though you could use magic.
Yeah.
Or you could just give us some space and
Well, let's
communicate. I mean, you do you. I'm not telling you how to play your character.
let's see what happens between Mara and Adora real quick. So Adora, do you wait or do you?
No, Adora's walking quickly, but nothing that Minara wouldn't be able to walk to catch up, just like speeding.
I mean, I am also much taller.
Yeah,
than they
exactly. So yeah, you can totally catch up.
I thought I was gonna be, suave and well spoken like I usually am. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I had realized it was him, I would have maybe tried to head him off at the pass before you got hurt.
Oh, you're sweet, but it's not your fault. He's just a... Ugh. It doesn't matter. It's not your fault. Fucking Mara talking to my dad. Minerva. I said Minerva.
I most definitely did not cross the boundary.
Right?
Very much. I feel bad because I wish I could protect you from him and your mom. On one hand, I'm really happy you have them, but they're sometimes I think your parents are worse than the fact that I don't have any.
I mean, I've always thought you were lucky because at least you know they're just can't be around. I was just so tempted just to stomp on him until he was dead.
I mean, I really did just want to give him a swift kick to the ribs on the way out.
Yeah, that felt pretty good.
The vision of what happened, I think they both see him, like Mara probably like aims high, Adora gets him in like the gut, and he just like crumples to the ground. Like solar plexus and gut. Or yeah, sternum
right.
and gut.
I want to pause this real quick and go see what Minerva's doing right now.
I am like trying to text Mara and like figure out where they went.
All right, so Mara, you get that message in the middle of this violent
imagining.
Yeah.
At this point, they don't respond.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've actually figured out where we're going. But
I'm so pissed off. I wanna get back at Jaquette because I need to get my anger out.
I mean, so do I. But maybe we should lay low because the cops already know you were digging through their garbage or her garbage, and we clearly were just already there. And the fact that I couldn't pick the locks is a bad sign.
Oh my God, you were trying to pick her lock?
I don't dig through people's garbage for dirt on them. If anything, I fabricate the dirt.
Whoa. Why aren't we doing that then?
Because y'all wanted to dig through the garbage.
Well, I mean, garbage is cool, but like, I didn't know you could just make stuff up.
Look, you have to have a little bit more skill than just making stuff up. How about this? Let's go back to my apartment. I'm sure Zara is there. And I'll show you the tricks of the trade.
All right, I'm gonna cut back to Minerva, and I'm thinking, Minerva, I'm gonna have you encounter an NPC instead of follow them to the apartment. What do you think of that?
Yeah, probably, because I have no idea where they're at. So.
All right. Coming out of the bar No Ponies, you see Lana Preston, who I believe we decided you knew. She is the camera witch that we haven't, or the camera adept that hasn't been on camera yet, but she was present in the last episode saying nothing and taking pictures. So let me, I don't have her named in Roll20, so let me go ahead and move that image around. Unused. Edit. Helena Preston. Boop. And then I can drop that into the used. I know there's a way I have to grab it. I'm still getting to know Roll20.
I think you technically can just upload them.
Yeah, I have them. I actually uploaded like a whole bunch this past weekend, but I didn't actually decide who was who. So let's see now. And then Lana Preston should now be in everyone's handouts if you want to see her. And let's see how it's there. She is on the roll on the Twitch.
Not showing up in Roll20 for me.
All right.
You have to go to the handouts.
Oh, okay. Yep, there she is.
Is that the only handout that people are seeing? No, you should be able to. You should be able to see like a list of people.
We have the big lady. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of people.
All right, cool. So that is Lana Preston, and she comes out, and she says, "Hey Minerva, I didn't know you came to No Ponies."
I not really, not much. No, I'm kind of having a bad night.
Oh, what's going on?
It's just some friend stuff. It's not hopefully not a big deal. Just, things get in the way because people don't understand,
Is it Mara?
It's not Mara.
Okay, because I was taking pictures, and one of the pictures has me worried about her because there's something. Do you know that Lana is a adept?
I think we would have talked about it. Yeah.
Okay, so she might be one of your only local contacts in the occult underground right now, apart from the group.
Yeah. Just because we are both weird and know things.
So she's like, all right, so I took a picture when Jaquette was there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something mystic going on with her, and she's in danger. And
she's in danger?
Yeah, I mean, she and Jaquette. Okay. Remember when we were talking about the invisible clergy?
Right, that bullshit that's not real.
She smiles. And she's like, well, I mean, there's no proof. I mean, I'm not gonna. But I mean, I don't know. But like in that, you could actually. Okay, normally when you see people clashing mystically in an aura photograph, I'd show it to you, but I can't. You wouldn't see it. It would look like a normal photograph, and I don't have it with me.
Right. Okay.
The magic looks different, right? Like
okay.
Like if an avatar of the Fool and a fulminager, I think that's the word, are somehow mystically clashing, you'd see like one of them looks like an explosion sort of in the aura, and one of them looks kind of silly and like rainbows.
Okay, so what the hell does Mara look like?
The same exact energy as Jaquette.
Well, that's fucking weird, because they are nothing alike.
I
Well,
don't know.
I guess they're both really yelly and opinionated. But
I mean, Mara can be pretty persuasive, and she seems very well liked among her people. I mean, I like her. You like her. She's charismatic.
yeah, like opinionated isn't a bad thing.
And the thing is, people like Jaquette. Jaquette isn't just opinionated; she's driven. I don't know what that means. I'm not. You know, I don't care much about that stuff. I'm more interested
Yeah.
in taking pictures. But
yeah, and I'm more interested in, celebrating life.
I know. I feel like that. You know, like I take a picture of life. We can look at. You know, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
it's
connection going on here.
Similar connection.
There's a connection here.
Yeah.
She says that, and then she gets a little sheepish. You're not sure what that means. Out of game, you're probably sure what that means.
I, Persephone, don't know what that means.
There's a connection here, right?
Oh, I did not mean to flirt.
She probably didn't mean to either. But
Sometimes it just happens.
But she's like, yeah, so that connection between the two of them though is, I don't know what it means, but okay. I've met another camera mage, right? We don't fight over stuff. Because, like, if there's 4 of us at a birthday party and we all take pictures, we all get the juice, right? But it's not always like that, like there used to be, alcoholic mages, and if there's only so much liquor in the bottle, not all of them are going to get magic. And
I think I get where you're going at, because it sounds like there's going to be more of like what happened in the pizza place.
Yeah, and I don't know if Jaquette knows it, and I don't know if Mara knows it. But I think it's that invisible clergy stuff. At least it's what it looks like when I take photos of it, of what people say.
Invisible clergy, people who are able to access hidden names of God, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just using it as a shorthand because,
right,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, and frankly, it's not what I care about.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about that, and I hadn't,
Are you like heading out, or?
Yeah, I've had one too many, and
damn.
Trying to get to my place.
Yeah.
So, and I should probably start walking before the last one I had that I shouldn't have had hits me too hard.
You need help with that, or?
If that wouldn't be a bother, she says.
Yeah, I will help with that.
All right, cool. Let's have that walk off. I don't necessarily want to role play anything more than that in terms of like.
No. I was not intending for it to go more than that. This is just strictly walking her back.
What I'm saying is that I don't mind if characters go more than that, but I don't necessarily want to role play that myself, just because.
Yeah.
I run out of ideas for describing it interesting.
Yeah.
You tune in for Unknown Girl Society After Dark.
That might have already happened.
It's dark out. All right. So meanwhile, in the apartment, Adora. Sorry for introducing your dad again.
Hey, that's fine. Drama's good.
So, Do we want to pick up after you arrive with something happening? Do we want to call it a night and fast forward to the next day? I don't necessarily have anything for the next scene if it's at the apartment, their apartment.
Basically, I would like to start planting the seeds of spreading rumors about Jaquette.
Okay.
Like, I actually want to make something happen towards my personal goal of ending her.
Interesting. All right. So,
because the fact that she won still doesn't sit right with me.
What if we open on you and Mara and Adora, maybe Zara? Does Zara know about the magic stuff?
I think she's not particularly attuned to any of that stuff.
So maybe it's you and Adora. Probably at this time of night, Zara might be asleep, if that's all right.
That's fine.
And then so that's the two of you on the couch with some movie on in the background, possibly some piece of entertainment while you are hacking up a storm. What do you think of that?
Sounds like a deal.
Cool. So you guys can go ahead and describe that one then, if you want.
And it's like, I think what we see is Mara sitting directly in front of her computer. Adora is probably sitting on one side or the other. And you see a bunch of furious typing and command line and scripts just running like old school DOS, like green and black, like windows all over.
Okay. Ooh. Documents are just gone.
So yeah, how much of this have you understood? Also, you're not trash.
You did computers? Real good.
Yes, so you sit down on the computer and you have to you have to go to wait, what is it? Windows R, and then you have to run the command prompt. I feel like this is all going above your head.
Yeah, Adora is actually playing with the one leftover fast food item that they got and didn't lose from Jaquette's trash. And is having a hard time paying attention to your computer stuff. It's not something they understand or really care about. They were excited about it when you were talking about it, but actually seeing it is like they're feeling very incompetent and like judging themselves very harshly and assuming that you're going to
stop.
And so hold on. While they're doing this, Silent, I have magic that I can do.
Yes.
And having this piece of trash, I'm going to try and cast a hex on Jaquette using Vague Harm.
Okay. I believe you roll the identity for that. Is that correct?
That sounds right. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and do that.
Well, it failed. Okay.
All right. Actually, it didn't fail. It hit the wrong person.
Oh, you son of a...
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Punk. You punk.
Because you don't know who ate the food.
Nice.
How does that sound? Whoever ate the food was the person who got cursed.
I love that. That's great.
But
sorry, go ahead, Mara.
I think Mara takes a minute and finally like, okay, I'm done for now. I can do more without you. And I think this is the first time they realize you've cut your hand.
Yeah.
And I think they reach out and take your hand and go, when did that happen?
When we were digging through the trash. My art kind of just like exploded on me. I don't get it, but
That's what I was trying to get your attention about, but it's fine.
oh, you were trying to protect me. And like Adora's like cheering up just a little bit.
Aw.
I think Mara probably keeps a fairly stocked like medicine cabinet, first aid kit, because if you've gone and blown something up and hurt yourself, you can't exactly go to the hospital. Just saying that's probably not a good life decision. And so they run and grab this like, I don't know if you've ever seen like the bags that like EMTs have that have like the basic medical stuff in it. It's basically essentially that.
Yeah.
We probably should take you to the hospital or you should like go and see
No.
the doctor so you can
And like Mara like looks so scared the second you say hospital. They're just like, no doctors, no hospital.
I want to make sure you don't have tetanus.
I'm not going. You can't make me.
Fine. And also you may want stitches, but let's re-bandage this and clean it. And then they pull out like antiseptic spray that hurts like a mother because it always does. And so you have a choice here. I don't know how well stitches are going to stay in the palm of your hand. Totally could stitch you up. Or we could just wrap it and see how it goes. But if it gets infected, you really should go to the doctor.
I'm not taking that chance. Stitch me up.
Mara.
Yes.
If this is a part of your identity, the hacker for eco-terrorist cell thing we were talking about.
Yes.
Remember how we hadn't finalized the let me finish. How we hadn't finished finalized the features for that?
Yes.
Have you picked out, what do you think about having medicine as a feature of that, or medical as a feature of that? Because you have to have that to do what you're doing successfully.
I don't think I'm actually going to stitch it up.
Okay.
But what ended up happening was I made eco-terrorist and hacker, combined those and did movement leader for the other identity. Because I think it makes more sense anyway. I think they'll just be like, we can talk to Minerva.
Okay.
The actual healing part, we can keep you from the doctor. I think it dawns on Mara that they've seen weird things happen when Minerva's around in relation to healing.
Okay. I guess what I'm saying is, if you want what you're doing to actually impact her rules-wise in terms of providing any healing, for example. No. Okay.
I cool. Just don't want her to bleed all over everywhere. Or
all right. That's cool.
Bleed over everywhere. That's Mara's goal.
Just checking.
And it was supposed to be this really awkward, potentially like flirtatious thing.
All right.
Also what I was thinking.
I mean, there can be something kind of hot about wrapping someone up in bandages gently and applying some gauze. And excuse me, I'll be right back. Just like 20 minutes alone, please.
That's okay. We can
All right.
I think this is already turning into Unknown Girl Society After Dark.
All right. Moving on then.
Well, I mean, in game it is After Dark, so.
This is true. So do we want to fade to black here, or do we want to, is there more to this scene?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think fade to black's where we're at.
All right. So maybe the next morning Adora's going to wake up healed and better. And probably Minerva, I'm assuming you escorted Lana home and then you went home?
Yes.
So you're going to get a note.
Oh, boy.
The note is kind of slid under your door.
Uh-huh.
It looks sort of, it's really old. It looks sort of like a card you might have bought in like the 80s for someone.
Okay.
It's blank on the inside, and it says in red letters, will you help me live again? And it's got two boxes. Next to one box is the word yes, and next to one box is the word no.
I will get a pen and I will and I will make my own box. It says maybe I need more details first and check that.
All right. Where do you leave the note?
I will leave it on, I guess, the little breakfast nook area table.
In the morning when you wake up, it is gone.
Okay.
It just disappeared, which is probably normal. What do you think?
Things happen. I have ideas about this, but they are not especially pressing at the minute. I am going to text Adora, not expecting anything, just like, hey, can we talk about what happened?
All right. What I want to open up on is at the restaurant, because we haven't been at the restaurant yet this session.
Okay.
And I'd like to go there.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to create an NPC who is a sort of day manager who handles the mundane stuff if things get crazy. So we just never have to answer the question, does the restaurant run itself in you know what I'm saying? What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I like that.
All right. So let me pick one. Let me pick one.
I've got a name if you've got a face.
I will take a name.
Robert Marquesian.
All right. I kind of like this one. All right. Robert, can you spell that for me?
RobertMarquisian.
All right. So I'm just gonna do that. And then I've picked out a and I think Robert is a fairly young musician who's also doing this to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there we are. There's Robert. What do you think? And he's got a band that does folk punk covers of show tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Folk punk covers of okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, like remember Phantom of the Opera is There Inside Your Mind, that song? Imagine that, but by the Mountain Goats.
Nice.
No. What I'm imagining is like Dropkick Murphys covering that song. Anyway.
No, they do that too. It depends on if it's an acoustic show or if it's a plugged-in show,
Dropkick Murphys covering fucking Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Or Pirates of Penzance.
Robert's specialty, however, is the Ursula villain song from The Little Mermaid. He particularly likes to stop the show and say the thing about how his curves are a deadly weapon or whatever it is. I can't remember the line, but it was like,
poor unfortunate soul.
I can't remember that quote
sad,
now.
So true.
But it's an upbeat song when he does it, which is weird.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
Nice.
He's an upbeat guy. He's a weirdo. So anyway, Robert.
Aren't we all weirdos?
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure every character we've introduced in this game is a weirdo in some semblance of the word.
So Robert's got the place open, and the other chefs are there, and you're serving breakfast pizzas and breakfast tacos, and of course the breakfast pizza taco, which is basically a calzone.
Yeah. Can also be had with lox.
Yes.
Because there is a kosher aspect to this, which Minerva's in charge of.
So who comes in first?
Minerva, probably?
Minerva's the cook?
Yeah.
She is one of the cooks.
So
yeah, probably.
So Minerva got there probably early and has been like prepping stuff and experimenting in the kitchen and peeking out every so often to see if Adora and Mara show up.
Yeah. So like, no, okay. No.
All right. And then, so how much later is it that Adora and Mara show up?
Did Adora spend the night?
Yes.
I feel Mara would have liked to have gotten there as early as possible, but they would have waited for Adora. So you can yes, I'm totally deflecting this decision on you.
I feel like Mara would have woken up early because that's their thing, and Adora would have heard them walking around and suggested that you just go in because Zara was still home and they're friends anyway, so you should go in and I'll wake up in like, I don't know, eventually.
All right.
That work for you, Mara?
Sure.
Cool.
So Mara comes in to the store not too long after Minerva does. If you have anything you want to do, go ahead. Or
I want to be like, hey, what happened? Where'd y'all go?
We went back to my place. I meant to text you, sorry.
You know what? I understand. It's, I'm going to talk with Adora when she gets here, but like, listen.
That was kind of a dick move. Just
Yeah.
gonna throw that out there.
Question, and I have to look up her name again. Does Mara know Lana, the camera mage? Like, she's been around, but like, do you know her?
I don't think they've had any communications.
Okay.
Mara has probably spotted them, but meh.
Look, I was talking with someone last night, and you know how that whole big argument you had with Jaquette felt weird?
Didn't feel weird to me.
Oh. Well, it might be weird. It is probably weird. And
you're using weird like any of us around here are normal.
Listen, it's like we're lowercase w weird. This is capital W weird.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think
okay,
you're
look,
crazy.
we'll talk about it later, but just, be careful and try not to engage with Jaquette unless you have one of us three with you. Because things are weird.
I can't promise that's gonna happen.
Just try, please. I know it's a thing.
She assaulted. Well, okay.
I know.
No, I was the one that assaulted her, but she came into our business.
I know.
And started slinging mud around about me, and you are trying to tell me that I shouldn't engage.
I'm just saying, pick your battles, because that was a battle, and you lost.
Whoa, now you're insulting me on top of making poor life decisions about Adora.
Listen, okay, fine. I'll tell you about this too. I did not know that Garrick was her father, okay?
Well, maybe you need to not communicate with anyone unless one of the three of us is around.
Well, why don't you just... Can you not? I'm trying to look out for you. Can you not appreciate that?
All right, I would like to pause this scene real quick right there, because Adora, I would like you and a new character to walk in at this moment.
Sounds great.
The new character is named Atropos. She is in the thing. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go to break as soon as you walk in. That is Atropos. She is, however, in a nice business suit. She's very professionally dressed, even though she looks young. She's carrying a briefcase. Okay. And she wants to meet with all of you that are available. Now, Elizabeth is away doing something important. So Adora, you get to walk in and introduce Atropos, and then she's going to say something, and then we're going to cut to. We can have someone deliver a one-liner, and then we're going to cut to break. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. So go ahead, Adora. Introduce this person who's looking professionally dressed and wants to meet with all of you.
Cool. So Adora like slams the door open. They're still in a bad mood. The little jingle bell above the door goes clang, and Adora is like trashed even more than usual. Like her clothes are like torn and dragging along the ground behind them. Their makeup is like dripping down their face, and they're like, "Hey, Pizza Gato brought in this person, Atropos. They're like, I don't know, businessy. They want to talk to us. I'm gonna go grab a cat."
Is it Pebble?
Yes.
Pebble says, "You're right to feel the way you do."
I
But
know,
just
Pebble,
you.
you're the best.
And Atropos says, "Hi, I am a representative of the Committee for Local Cleanliness and Purity, and I am here to negotiate a truce between our two groups. I am empowered to offer mystical secrets, political power, and financial resources in the interests of ceasing hostilities between our two factions."
Absolutely fucking not get out.
And that's where we're going to cut to break. All right. So
Did you expect any other reaction?
No,
I
not
didn't
really.
expect any other one. But
All right, so I need to lead into the break now. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read this thingy, and then we're going to go to break, and then we're going to come back. So it'll be about 10 minutes or so. As we head to break, why not head over to roll20.net/start/WTTP and sign up for your free account today. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with modules galore on the marketplace, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. This game is run using Roll20 and is the only reason we know how identities and relationships work in this game, because we couldn't find it in the rulebook, but Roll20 helped. Seriously, that actually happened. So,
yeah.
So I think we're going to break now. Let me. I'm not sure what happens next. I said that.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake...
Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome back to Hierophant Unknown Girl Society, the only Welcome to the Party Unknown Armies game where a cat will mix you a beverage and refuse to serve your horse because no ponies. That actually makes sense in setting if there is a cat bartender.
Yup.
I don't think we've met them yet. Maybe
Yeah.
they're at No Ponies. Maybe Minerva should have actually gone in.
You know, No Ponies is a pretty bad bar. I wouldn't recommend going. If you could go, I would go to the credit card, but that's for chargers only.
What's a charger again?
Woo!
Chargers are the top tier of the occult underground. Then there's checkers, which are respectable, and there's ponies who you borrow their money and don't pay them back.
Right.
That's at least how it's described in the rulebook, basically.
Mhm.
So we are back. Hopefully, you all went over to not unknown armies.
Roll 20 is the word he's
Yeah, that's
they're
the
looking
one.
for. Yep.
Hopefully, you could read my mind, and I don't have to do anything.
This is
And
just their internal monologue speaking right now.
So, hi. All right. So, when we were previously here, Atropos, representing the Committee for Local Cleanliness and Purity, came in with a bright and sunshiny Adora, who is not looking great.
You know, bright and sunshiny asterisk.
Yeah. In the middle of Mara and Minerva having an argument about whether or not Minerva is giving bad advice. Did I sum that up right?
I think it was.
How can you come at me when you're the one that really stepped way out of line?
Look, okay.
And then-
You started a fight. Yes, I fucked up. But that was an accident. What you did was on purpose. Let's deal with this now.
And then Atropos has walked in saying, I represent these people. I have magic, money, and power. I'm suing for peace.
Okay.
To which Mara said, heck no.
Mara does not speak for the rest of us.
So how
In
do the
this
rest
case, I do.
No, you don't. Shut up. Look, let's the three of us talk. Can we have like 5 minutes to talk about this in the back?
Certainly. I'm not here to pressure you into anything. I'm here to convince you, using the abilities that I have before me, to stay away from, cease interfering with, and possibly work with the committee. We actually are going to be doing a benefit drive for the local old folks home that we know Minerva sometimes volunteers at, and it would be great if your group and our group could work together.
Yeah, just give us like 5 or 10 minutes to talk to them in the back, and I'm just trying to like herd my two companions who don't like me that much right now into the back.
Okay, I need to. Mara is just upset with your actions. I don't know that she actually hates you or dislikes you.
I said right now.
Adora, are you letting them move you into the back room?
Yeah, there's lots of eye rolling, but
Pebbles is going to go back and lead their minions, i.e. the other kittens.
Yeah. Oh, Pebbles. Have fun. I'll see you later.
Pebbles
Okay.
bites your hand where you were recently bandaged, just as a sign of affection and or violence.
Oh, I love you, Pebbles.
I have tasted your blood.
Yay, we're
cat's a
connected forever.
A magical vampire. I don't even know what anymore. Soon it's gonna start to sparkle. It's fine.
Look, just let's go in the back. Okay, let's just go in the back.
I mean, Mara's unhappy but walking.
Okay,
All
so
right.
can we be in the back now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Cool. So first of all, regarding last night, again, Adora, I am so sorry. I did not know that was your dad. It won't happen again. Second of all, I know she just said who she was, but who the fuck is this motherfucker?
She
Oh
probably
my
works.
God.
Jaquette probably sent her. Put two and two together.
Well, just Look,
Jaquette is the leader. I'm the leader. We're butting heads.
Wait,
but now
you
this
are
is us.
not the fucking leader. Full stop. Whoa. You are not the fucking leader.
Dora's gonna start digging through the trash.
There's a lot of pizza.
How do you think we could afford this building? I'm a 20-year-old going to college.
You are not the fucking leader. That's for fucking sure.
Well, I don't think you're in any position to lead. So, Dora, have fun being the leader.
Excuse the fuck out of you, motherfucker.
Robert walks in, looks at you, and says, personally, I think, and he waits for someone to interrupt him.
You know, Robert, why don't you just go take like a, why don't you just go take like a nice long break? We're kind of having a personal conversation.
Right. Sorry. I'll go something pizza something.
Yeah, okay, go something else. Yes, great. What the fuck? Look, okay, you know what? We'll deal with this shit later. Let's just deal with this weird person who has shown up.
I will not be working with this group. And stop. Period. And stop.
Okay, so you stay here in the back and sulk like a little shit. I'm gonna go do business like a fucking adult.
This is all bullshit.
All right.
Yeah, you don't like it? Leave.
I do want to pause real quick here just to check in that is this all in character or is everyone okay?
This is in character.
Yeah, this is all in character.
All right. I just wanted to double check because, so it sounds to me like this scene is ending and then we're going to have Minerva go out to talk to Atropos.
Yeah.
And Adora and Mara stay behind.
Mara's not particularly keen on the idea of Minerva speaking for the group on this one. Because, and I was going to explain what Mara meant by this is bullshit, is this is Jaquette trying to get into our heads, trying to make herself out to not be the sleazeball she is, and that's not cool with Mara. But,
yeah, like, I know that.
Okay.
But also, there are probably a lot more of them than there are of us. So let's stall for time until we can figure out a better fucking idea. I don't know. We're not gonna let's just hear them out. And maybe, we'll say like, oh, they will think about it. And that will give them time. That will give us time to actually figure out what the hell we want to do. Okay, can you trust me a little bit? I'm not trying to fuck anyone over.
Fine.
I know y'all like to fight and stuff, but you should probably make a unified front with this person because they totally ambushed me on the street and wow, not cool. I'm gonna hex them. So yeah. Just give me a second. And Adora lays out a pentagram in pizza crusts.
I was going to say,
is going to cast a hex on this person outside.
Are you putting the business card she gave you as part of this pentagram?
Yeah.
What in this pentagram is representing yourself?
I am going to chew some of the pizza crust and spit it out and shape it into the form of me.
All right. And what in this is representing the collective unconsciousness of humanity?
Everybody loves pizza.
Okay.
That's essentially what I was going for, yeah.
Give me a roll on your witch identity then.
Doing it.
Oh, dear. Did you just curse the wrong person again? You totally did.
I can flip it because it's my obsession identity.
Yes, you can. All right, so it totally worked.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Scum sucker outside text now, so we'll win this argument.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Okay, look, just Hey, I'm not saying don't talk, maybe just let me lead.
I already talked, first off.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's a horrible idea to give
I
them
know.
any leeway on our stance, because it will
I
be
agree.
used against me specifically.
I agree. I'm just trying to help protect everyone. So let's just hear what this fucker has to say, and maybe we can come out of this benefiting us or something. I don't know. Because they're probably doing magic bullshit too. Okay, so can we just let's talk to this person and figure out what the hell's going on, and maybe we can get out of this, and then we can talk more about unresolved issues. Okay?
All right. Let's fade there and go into the next scene out there.
Cool.
But before we do that, I do want to mention this isn't an Armies game. We're not purposely going to be triggering. We've got some hard lines and veils against things like animal cruelty isn't going to be a part of it. But things can get dark, things can get dirty, things can get messy. So you probably shouldn't watch this if you are
sensitive to any of that.
Stay safe, folks.
Stay safe. I'll try to warn you if we start going someplace really gross. And we haven't been for the most part, but it can be. So just...
if you have to step away, step away.
Yeah.
And do what you got to do to take care of you, basically.
And you're still welcome. We don't want you, if a scene is too much, it's okay to say it's too much, walk away and ask for a summary when you get back. I'll do my best. So that's to the viewers and to the players. So let's go and meet Atropos, who says, when you come out, I'm assuming you all have collected yourselves and seem official, or at least she's buying it completely.
Sure, we'll go with we're a unified front.
Unified front, yes.
So I'm prepared to offer some details of magic rituals, offer access to charging. I don't know the specifics of your magic. I am prepared to offer quite a bit. And I negotiate independently. I know Jaquette is in charge and I work for her, but she doesn't need approval over what I'm offering. So if there's anything I can get that would just have you back off and make peace so we can coexist in our lovely town, that would be wonderful.
First of all, can we get some clarification on what your group is?
What they stand for?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very easy. The Committee for the Preservation of Cleanliness and Purity is a decades-old organization, founded, I think, 15 years ago.
That's not decades.
So 2 decades.
It might
not even.
I have to actually double check. This is the GM messing up. This isn't the character. The character would have said it right, but the GM is a math fail. I believe it's 20. I have to double check the timeline because
we'll just go with decades and leave it ambiguous.
Decades.
For now.
Yeah, I spent more time on the characters than the groups when I was preparing for this session because I thought that would be more fun. Yeah. What we do is we want to maintain an order between the mundane and the mystical sides. We do things like, for example, we negotiate with the sleepers and to keep them out of the town. We negotiate with the mundane, the government, to allow modified enforcement to encourage benign mystics to operate safely in our city. We primarily are in favor of a stable and functional society where everyone is taken care of. So we want to avoid things like, violence, shootings, riots, starvation. So we do a lot of programs that help preserve just the basic tenets of civil, respectful society. We do education support. We help make sure we have deals with a lot of the local factories that provide discount foodstuffs for poor people in the city. We have negotiated with the heads of the UFO cult to keep them happy without having them wandering around the city acting all weird, because that's disruptive.
I'd imagine it would be.
We have negotiated with most of the covens so that we have special wizard only, basically, establishments that where you can go in peace and let your occult flag fly, as it were. Not dissimilar to what you're doing here with this wonderful establishment. Now, Jaquette finds it a little bit ostentatious. Personally, I think it's wonderful. I think she needs to get with the times. But basically that's the idea, is we want peace and we want order and we want everyone to thrive and we want to avoid violence. We are behind a lot of the objectives that were implemented that reduced police on citizen violence significantly, for example.
Specifically with that last one, did your group do anything to Quinn?
That's Officer Quinn.
Officer Quinn. Oh, yes. No, the group, I don't know if I'm at liberty to give all of the information related to groups other than my own, and I don't represent.
That's fair. We're negotiating with you. We're not negotiating with them.
But Quinn is not a part of our group and is not associated. I don't believe is associated with Jaquette at all anymore.
Okay. Out of character question, can I insight check this motherfucker?
When you insight check, what does that mean?
Like, can I tell if she's or they're lying, basically, or like bullshitting me about
or they have ulterior motives beyond working together, because that would also be something my character would be interested in.
Okay. I think those are different things, first of all.
Okay. Well, I'm looking more to see if anything they're saying is a direct lie.
Okay. I can't find that directly in the rules. I feel like that's a pursuit check.
Would that be pursuit?
Did I say pursuit? Did I say pursuit out loud? It's because I was looking at the word pursuit. That's a notice check, I believe.
Oh, okay. I thought we used connect last time, but okay.
Yeah, we used connect for Officer Quinn.
We did use connect, and then I read connect, and it's like building meaningful relationships and earning trust. So if you're doing it by trying to seem trustworthy, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So
not me.
I feel like connect would make her tell the truth, whereas notice would be what you would do to tell if she's telling the truth. That's my
that was unfortunate. I epically failed.
I succeeded with a 12 versus 80.
All right, so I'm going to say you can.
I critically failed. That's a match failure. The worst matched failure.
I am going to say, Minerva, you convince her to be more forthright. Mara, I am going to say that you...
I rolled notice. I was specifically trying to figure out what this chick's deal is. Because she already said she works with Jaquette, but doesn't need Jaquette's approval for things. And it just all seems fishy.
Okay. I'm going to say that you have no idea about her organization. You are distracted actually by some of the mystic. Actually, how do you feel about their goals of stable and caretaking order, Mara? Is that a positive or a negative to you?
So, Mara believes in civil disobedience. So they believe there are certain times that order and being civil are appropriate but the only way to get things done is usually by some sort of action and not always civil action.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I feel like you completely miss trying to figure out how their connection is. You're not sure who's actually in charge of the committee anymore. If it's Jaquette or if it's this lady. It's a little unclear. How does that sound?
That's fine. I also was going to say she's been like biting on her lip or her tongue. Is it like, could it be this time that like they actually chomp a chunk out of like their lip?
That probably distracts you as well from paying attention to what she's saying. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Minerva.
Yes.
She looks at you and says, yes, I get that it can be concerning, especially since Jaquette is a very powerful personality. I am here representing the committee. I do work with Jaquette. Jaquette is the vice chair of the committee. And the conflict seems to be between your group and Jaquette based on our information. But I am here not because of Jaquette, though she suggested it because she doesn't like conflicts she doesn't instantly win, shall we say.
And it was a dead heat for a little bit. I don't think you were here that night.
I was not, but from what I hear, even though it may have favored one side or the other, it was close, and that leads to chaos, which is against the society we're trying to build. We're not trying to build.
I'm sure.
We want people to be happy and content. We're trying to build a better world. Specifically, if you would like to know more on that front, I can go into more detail, though some of my contacts indicate that we might disagree on some basic cosmology.
I think Mara is wearing a shirt that has the anarchy symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fighting really hard to be like, utopia doesn't exist. It will never exist. You might as well give up now.
Can you say that out loud, like exactly as that? Let's say you said that out loud just now. Just because I have a line, she has a response to that.
About how, like, utopia, yes, I think Mara will go, you realize utopia is never going to exist. Capitalism is the devil, and you might as well give up.
Well, first, the universe has to end. But if we properly set up the invisible clergy, which is our end goal,
the universe has to end?
Well, that'll be a long time off. But if we get enough positive, caring, peaceful people into the invisible clergy, it'll be a better place when it comes around again.
Minerva gets a look from Mara, and she does the like W, like, is this big W or little W baloney now?
I will text you and say big W weird.
Now, Adora hasn't said much here. Does Adora have a take? Or is Adora just kind of watching?
Adora's been watching and like rolling their eyes constantly. And they're like, in this second where Mara and Minerva are communicating with each other, they're gonna pull a teenager and be like, you think you're so smart? You're just like all the other grown-ups, creating a world full of filth and disgrace and calling it order, and you know nothing about what the actual people living in the trash have to deal with. You can suck my tits right off.
I feel like there's an age gap between us that would make that somewhat awkward. She says with a sort of wry smile. But were I a little younger, I would be honored to accept. However, she doesn't seem to catch your sarcasm, first of all. I assure you, one of the reasons we want to work with your group is because we can't see everybody, but we want to help everybody. But I know there's a lot going on right now. So perhaps it would be best if I left today and you think about the offer, and maybe I'll come by another time and we can see if we can make peace, or even better, make friends. And then we can discuss whether or not the age gap is wide enough for tit sucking.
I think
I can't believe that I said that out loud. Oh god.
I think, that would be a good idea, tit sucking or no. That's a very odd thing to say this morning.
Yes, I was surprised to receive such an offer from.
Here's my number. Call me later. Adora slips a old receipt that they found in somebody else's trash that has a live cockroach in it into their pocket and then walks away.
Thank you very much. She pulls the cockroach out and eats it.
I think Mara now, because this has gone beyond like here's the door, like walks them towards the door.
I hope we can come to some sort of meaningful relationship.
I hope that as well.
And she leaves.
For my dead body.
Just as soon as she uses she. Okay. She leaves, just Minerva's just like, oh, finally.
We could have just escorted her out 10 minutes ago.
Yes, but then we would have had more bullshit to deal with, like whatever happened to Adora, probably. Okay, like I said, I am trying to keep us safe. And
but
if we play nice with this asshole, we can do that.
Do you not realize what I do when I'm not here? And
I know what you do.
It is the antithesis to what they want.
I
am
know
not
that.
Playing nice with them.
Okay, so you let me do that for you, and then you can do your thing elsewhere. Look, okay, I don't know if you picked up on that and that, or out of character if we discussed this in the back, but Mara, that whole fight with Jaquette, that was magic. I don't know exactly what.
Magic
was magic.
Magic isn't real.
Mara, you do magic all the time.
Yeah, we did. Were you not there on Friday?
Here's the thing. I humor you guys. It makes you guys feel good, so I just go along with it.
I need to call a pause real quick because I need to consult a rule. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh my god, is Mara gonna have to take an unnatural check or something?
Oh, let's see now. Where did I? There we go. All right.
It'll be interesting to find out.
All right, so I believe I gave you the information that will answer your question, Mara.
Yep.
Do you want to react to that real quick before we continue with the scene?
I don't need to. I think their stance is what their stance is, and they might be able to be convinced otherwise.
Okay.
Or I think Mara also realizes that Minerva is going to do what Minerva is going to do, much like Mara is going to do what Minerva
is the fusion of Minerva and Mara, and it is very unstable.
There is a ritual for that I just made up, but
not happening.
No.
But they're still going to say magic isn't real, and there's no way they're doing magic.
All right. This would be a fun time for me if like because we're coming up on the end of this session.
Mm-hmm.
If we switch gears from we've already kind of been distracted by the stuff I threw at you disrupting your plans. If we're focusing on convincing Mara that she's magic, that would be fun. For me.
Yeah. I actually
you
have a
guys-
thing in mind for that.
How do you feel about that, as that's what we're kind of trying to wrap up on as sort of the final?
Yes.
That is fine.
I'm into it.
All right. So Minerva, you said you had an idea. What you got?
Yes. Okay. So I know I made up this school and I didn't think of many spells, but I did think of the one. So I can, help with Connie with Adora's healing, rather. I don't know if I have it here, because I think I said I could store it at least for a while.
The spell list.
The one spell, the living water spell.
Let's see now.
You extend your life into a small vessel of water, 1 pint per minor charge, up to a gallon, to heal 1d10 per pint wounds. Additionally, the water tastes like sweet wine. I think
Where
it was
is?
in the Hieromancy doc.
Okay. There we go. Sorry, I'm just spelling hieromancy. You know what I mean?
CH.
All right, it's not. Let's try. Has link.
I can just.
There we
give you
go. I
another
found it.
share link. Okay, cool.
It's just a matter of apparently Discord didn't want me to find it if I didn't type out the whole word.
Ah.
Okay, so are you going to cast? You probably don't have any here.
Mm-hmm.
But you could very easily make some.
Yeah, I can make some. I have like a bunch of minor charges, so I could just make some real quick. I'm like, look, okay, and I do the thing. I chant in Hebrew, and then like, okay, Adora, either drink this or pour it over the wound. I guarantee you'll have a better time if you drink it.
Better time.
Look, it tastes nice, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Should I like unwrap my wounds if we're trying to prove this point? Yeah, I should.
Sure.
And like Adora just
probably
like
a good idea.
rips their bandages off and like probably opens some of the wounds again.
Oh, it hurts. I'm gonna make that hurts a little bit. All right.
And we'll drink this water stuff.
Yeah, living water, Mayim Chaim.
All right. Because you've got time, I'm not gonna make you roll Persephone or
Okay.
Minerva, but I do want you to spend a charge.
Yeah, done.
Are you doing 1 pint or 2 pints?
I am doing 1 pint.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll the D10 for how much it'll heal.
Cool. 10.
That's good to know. So however much, let me pull up, boop, 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 boop. That's the lines and veils. That's my thing. There we go. You aren't feeling, your wounds don't completely go away, but as soon as you drink, they stop bleeding. And as you finish the pint, they start fading to the point where there's only a couple of scratches that are scabbed over on like the front part of your arm.
Also, it tastes like wine.
Yeah.
Adora's like, wow, you're right. This does taste really good. And then
Yeah.
they like go up to Bara and are like, look, it's magic.
Yeah, magic.
Okay, so let me look at the unnatural checklist because I feel like this might freak people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so I'm gonna say let's go with rank 2 unnatural.
I have 2 ranks in unnatural.
Minerva, do you have 2 ranks in unnatural?
Yes, I have 3.
And Adora, do you have 2
Same.
ranks in
I
unnatural?
also have 3.
So you all have experienced this before, but it is kind of hard to deny, Mara. What are you going to do?
Still fervently deny.
Are you okay? Adora, have you got something? I don't. That was my one idea.
Remember, Minerva, you can also use random magic.
Oh yeah.
So you can
Gutter magic.
well, gutter magic's one thing. Gutter magic we've been using a ton of because I love it and the way it's designed and it's intuitive. Random magic is something adepts can do where they say, I'm going to use this because my spell. Of course I can. I'm an adept with this power. You can't do it normally, but then it's it's usually pricey. So you could do something like, for example,
I
don't know. If you have an idea, yeah, it's better if you have an idea.
Okay, do we have like a bunch of plants in Pizzicato?
I mean, that seems like something you would have insisted on, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Because life, I'm pretty sure you had. I think we even said that like.
Yeah, I have a bunch of plants in my apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know if Minerva brought those plants in, but maybe somebody did. Okay, I want to. I will probably end up having to spend charges, and that's fine. But I want to just make all the plants bloom all at once.
All right. Let me see what I can. All right. There we go. All of them?
All of them. Or
there's a bunch. No. This is good. I'm going to say this drains you a lot of charges, but I am going to be giving you back some charges soon. So
okay.
Don't stress about it.
Okay. I'm not really worried.
It's going to take 6 charges.
Okay.
And also, you got one this morning for your smoothie, and you probably
cool.
got one yesterday morning for your smoothie.
Cool.
So
I'm at 4 then. 4
yeah. And so all of the plants, even ones that don't normally bloom ever, bloom. There's a cactus on the counter. It's got flowers all over it now.
Yeah, and they're purple because that's Minerva's favorite color.
Nice.
So, before making me look at this table again.
You're the one that wanted to go down this road.
Yeah,
Mara is like super stubborn.
Me too.
Oh yeah, Minerva is also stubborn. Plus, like, there's that whole "you're my protege" and I'm also your protege.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot we did that.
All right. This is unnatural 4 for everyone in the bar, everyone in the restaurant, including everyone else. So
Nice.
I'm gonna have to roll for Robert.
Oh boy! I thought he was on break.
Yeah, we sent him on break.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
but he probably has to make one when he comes really a 50.
I'm just gonna roll for a couple of people, see what I get. All right. So everyone who's gonna come in and be like, "This is what we expected." It's a queer pizza bar. Of course, this happens. Of course, there's a rainbow flower that is now dangling by the entrance along a vine.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I just kind of was speaking out of like whatever, but that's actually kind of cool.
I
right?
really actually like that a lot.
Yeah,
so that happens.
Minerva's secretly a Disney princess.
And this means Pebble is now.
Can Pebbles be rainbow colored too? Like as part of this show of like, look at me, I'm powerful with this mystical stuff.
That would be temporary. Pebbles probably jumps into a plant that has become rainbow colored, comes out and is rainbow colored until he cleans himself.
Yay!
Has rainbow pollen all over him.
Yes. So that's what happened. Mara
Dora makes sure they get a picture with the rainbow pebble to put up on their Insta.
Everyone is going to need a rank for a natural check unless they're hardened for unnatural, though.
Okay, I think.
And defend with knowledge.
You defend with knowledge unless you have a defense against a natural trait. Mara passes.
Boom, bitches.
I have both full knowledge and a trait that resists against unnatural. Can I just do either, or?
Yeah, you get to pick.
Okay. I think I'll go with my identity because that will improve.
Cool.
Yeah, succeeds.
All right. So all of you gain a hardened unnatural thing as you
Cool.
grow more blasé towards the magic around you. But in this case, that can be filled with beautiful wonder because this is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
It's a little gay.
I think
It's a lot gay. It's Minerva. Hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just there are like a couple of heart flowers just because Minerva thought they would look pretty.
Aww. I feel like Adora is gonna run up to Minerva and give them a hug, and I'm be like, I know my dad's awful. I'm sorry I got mad at you.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know that was your dad in the first place. It won't happen again. Even if I really need a charge.
It's okay.
But I'll hug Adora back.
Aw.
Yay. Thanks for the
Mara,
flowers. I love them.
how are you
Yeah.
reacting to this, Mara?
I think Mara's just kind of apathetic. Like, nice trick. Like, good job.
Are you fucking kidding me? I
I'm
heal.
So
I heal
think
Adora. I make the fucking flowers for
Here,
you.
I want to hear from Mara real quick. Minerva, I get your incredulity because I too am feeling it as a person.
here's the thing. I think Mara tries to get that you're trying to convince her that magic isn't bullshit, and therefore they're more staunchly magic is bullshit now. The harder you try,
All right. I have a thought.
yes. Well, I have money, but go ahead.
Is this something that calls for a connect roll on Minerva's part? Or is this something we want to handle entirely through role playing?
Does not matter to me. I was taking it more of a like. I think honestly, probably Mara's grandmother was some sort of adept or did magic all the time,
Mhm.
which is how they got as hardened as she did to begin with.
Yep.
And therefore, I think the apathy comes from almost a place of, well, yeah, I grew up with this. This doesn't seem odd. This doesn't seem supernatural to me. This was just kind of a fact of existing.
Okay, so you know what? That's perfect. This is what I think would be best. Mara, if you're saying that out loud, like kind of explaining yourself, like this isn't magic, this is just reality, that would be, I think, a really good tack to take. How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
All right. So you said that out loud for Minerva and Adora to react to.
I don't even know what to say. Look, regardless of whether you think magic is real or not, just please understand that Jaquette was trying to fuck with you in similar ways to
Which is why I can't back down.
No, I know you can't back down, but you can also like acknowledge that that's how she was doing it.
I want to give Mara and the party some out-of-game knowledge now that I think that the players have acquired, but the characters might not have, or perhaps Minerva or Adora are picking up on. Minerva, you're in the best position since you didn't grow up here.
Right.
But the fact that Mara sees this not as magic, but as normal, says something less about Mara and more about the town. Because weird stuff happens here all the time. And if you grew up with it, it doesn't seem magical. It seems like the way it is around here. And yeah, people are kooky and bizarre, but also it makes sense that you would just like, no, that's physics. That's just a thing that happens. That makes a lot of sense to me. That's actually a big clue that to maybe think about for later. So I just kind of want to stick it in your back pocket.
So this is just normal to you.
Correct.
You know what? Okay. You know, we resolved that shit with the lawyer fucking Atropos person. I think I'm about done for today.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, what?
What happens when you become so tired you can't manifest what is going on around here?
What do you mean?
Now, obviously, my knowledge is very basic, but don't you have things that like you can't do, or it drains your ability to? She points to the plants.
So you're acknowledging magic is real?
No, that's not
what
what
it
I
sounds
asked.
like.
That
It
is not.
sounds like you're acknowledging it.
I'm trying to explain something to you.
Okay.
I cannot back down because I lose credibility and the ability to persuade others to my cause.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
feel like at some point you're not going to be able to persuade the pet plants or hands to fix themselves.
This is your persuasion is different than what I did with the plants and the water and shit.
But I thought you said it was magic, and you're trying to contend that the
look, there's
confusing me.
Stuff. You and Jaquette are similar in certain ways. You are like you, me, and Adora are three separate things. You and Jaquette are kind of the same thing.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be offended or flattered by your assertion that I am anything like Jaquette.
I mean, look, you're both. Look, it's complicated, and I get that. Like, you don't want to get it because of reasons, but it is what it is. I'm trying my best to like explain it to you because you were a valued member of the team. And mystic things might happen. And like I said, I am trying to keep everybody safe.
Cool.
So,
I will be monitoring the internet for shit that this movement is saying about me and us.
You do that.
As my way of protecting you all.
Cool. You do that.
Pebble is going to come over and nip Mara's ankle to get her attention. And it's clear that Pebble wants you to be able to pick it up when Pebble jumps up. Do you accept Pebble?
I think I probably, like, if it leaps up, she probably unconsciously catches him.
Okay, says the talking cat. Are we all on board to accept magic is real now? Like, whether it's actually weird or not, because tomorrow it's physics, it's not magic, but it's just the way it is. Are we good? And then
yes.
Pebble nuzzles Mara. Are we good? Whatever.
So I know I saved against it, but I think in the whole confluence of everything that has just happened and the cat talking, I think just as a like, holy shit, the cat is she like tosses it.
Is this
Minerva catches
it? Not in a like violent way, like not in a way to hurt it, but like more out of like things have gotten even more weird than my like assertion that magic might actually just be physics.
Minerva totally catches Pebble and puts him on her shoulder.
I must be dreaming. This is like Sailor Moon.
I see your point, says the cat. I mean, I'm a talking cat. Sorta. I mean, it looks at you and it like kind of meows and it's like, I'm not using my mouth because I'm a cat. That'd be weird. So, and the thing is, I think you're hardened enough. This isn't going to hit anyone here. So, yeah, you summoned me to help you. But
Was that ritual the other night we did?
yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Meow Meow
The
Meow.
thing that I was just going along with to be nice to.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you summoned a talking cat demon. I mean,
You're a demon?
You're a demon?
names, what is magic really?
It's physics.
Wait, were you the one who gave me the note?
What note? Oh,
Never
you got
mind.
a note. You got a note. It starts purring.
I will accept this purring, but I am concerned.
You should be concerned. You should be very concerned because we have great plans.
Wait, what do you mean by we?
Well, I mean, you're going to make this place amazing.
Okay, cool.
Is this invisible clergy BS?
Look, I think the invisible clergy is bullshit, but everyone else thinks it isn't.
Well,
They're
I
wrong.
mean,
Well, I just meant, is this their doing?
this is the thing that people label the invisible clergy. We call it that because we don't understand. I mean, what isn't a clergy anyway?
It's a people who are authorities in whatever they claim to be an authority in.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you could use
I
the
feel
word.
like I am the clergy of blowing shit up.
Yeah, and so you wouldn't be wrong about that. It's just, do you want the word clergy? Do you really want to be a priest?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. So,
That's so old world order that we need to nuke it for new
that's
world
what
order.
I'm saying.
Which is why we can't work with Jaquette. Jaquette wants us to go back to the 1800s.
Okay, consider we're not working with Jaquette. We are not working with them. We are trying to get them to not fuck with us.
I just want to point out one thing, says
This is
Pebble.
Pebble. Okay.
Yeah. Jaquette doesn't have a talking cat.
Yeah, and we
So that makes me
appreciate you,
superior
Pebble, and
than
I'll give Pebble a little bit of scritches on the shoulder.
Wait, Pebbles. Does that make me superior to Jaquette because I have a talking cat?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I feel a little bit better about this whole entire situation now. Sorry for throwing you. That was just purely out of... There's been a lot of stuff happening lately.
Yeah. No, it's cool. You're supposed to freak out. Honestly, one of the reasons I'm doing some of the stuff I'm doing is to freak you out gently before we go and murder the bitch.
Oh, we're best friends now, Pebbles.
I love you, Pebbles.
We've got to take this town and fix it, but first we got to get you all selling good pizza.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
pizza.
contending our pizza isn't already good? Because I feel like you've now insulted Minerva twice.
I mean,
Talking about death, which is BS.
No, bullshit. It doesn't exist.
how much pizza? There's not enough fish.
Well,
Look,
we can
okay, I will
have
make-
an anchovy pizza just for
I'll
you.
make you an anchovy and salmon pizza. How about that? And
Ooh, that actually...
With
Minus
blood on it.
really?
You know what I think? I think
I
we
have
need
to go
some
home
better
for that.
ingredients to make some better pizza. What do you say, Pebble?
Yeah, let's go
Let's
kill a
go.
hobo.
Let's go on an
let's-
adventure to
no,
find
no,
something
no.
even better to make our pizza the best in the world.
Yeah, and at this point, Minerva, it's pretty clear Pebble is doing this on purposely, just kind of cheekily because it's a cat. I do want. What
I
would you?
will take pebbles off my shoulder now.
It gives you an affectionate nip, and then shows you its asshole.
Like every cat ever.
I
So
affectionately flip it off.
So here's my question. You mentioned you need a roll to avoid breaking taboo when people talk about death. What do you roll for that?
I feel like I would roll. What is the opposite of notice? Probably either secrecy or lie to lie to myself.
What about what about knowledge? Because you're asserting what you know.
Oh yeah, knowledge. I can do that. Yeah, 2. I'm just really. I'm doing really good today.
So so they turn around and then Pebble gives you an ain't I a stinker look. Adora, is there anything you want to say before we close out the scene and start wrapping up the game?
Adora is really into what Pebble is laying down. So as Minerva takes Pebble off their shoulder, Adora's gonna grab them and like swing around in a circle, giggling, and like then lose their like holding this little kitten, kind
totally
of like
by accident.
look over their shoulder up into Mara's eyes. And I think that's a good place for cutting away.
All right. So is everyone good with that being the end of that scene?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I do CrossFit. I don't drop her. Drop them. I just want to throw that out there.
Nice.
Fun, as rom-com as that would be.
I'm thinking we don't need a closing scene. I feel like this is good.
Yeah.
But if it was a TV show, probably the last shot would be of someone we've never seen in a hospital bed, unconscious, attached to a bunch of machines.
Which we can only
Maybe
assume is Cameron.
So, and then the credits roll. So, but meanwhile, hopefully you've all been checking all of your identities when you failed. What I want you to do now is, if you have an identity that is unchecked, I want you to tell me what it is and tell me, and then roll it, and let's see if you fail it or see if you passed it.
Do we only get one? Because I haven't failed either of my identities this session.
Okay, you only get one.
Okay.
So, which one do you want to try to fail, Minerva?
Pyromancer?
All right, so go ahead and roll that, and hopefully you fail.
No.
You're rolling too dang good.
So, I am going to give you a bonus 2 charges because you succeeded instead.
Can I have a significant charge?
Not yet,
Okay.
because getting them is significant.
So, am I to assume this does not apply to my movement leader identity? Because there's special rules for how that advances?
If you roll that one, it would roll as to how that one goes, as opposed to the other ones.
Okay, I will just do my, of course I can, I do CrossFit.
All right, so go ahead and hopefully you fail.
Fucking Christ, I really wanted that one too.
All right.
No, definitely didn't fail. You know, not all the rest of the important ones I failed today.
So did you fail any others at this point?
Eco activist for picking the lock with my hunch roll.
All right, so go ahead and give yourself your D5 to add to that now and uncheck it. What'd you get?
4.
So go ahead and add that to that identity. And then Adora, did you have any unchecked at this time?
Yeah, I'd like to use my teenager identity because Adora is going to be spending a lot more time with Pebble, and they're going to want to keep this a secret from the adults.
All right, so go ahead and roll that, and let's see how you do. Hopefully you fail.
Yes.
You failed? Good. So go ahead and roll your D5 to add to that. Did you fail anything else this time?
I have failed 2 other identities.
So for everything, what are those again?
I failed my witch identity and my dropout identity.
So go ahead and uncheck those, roll a D5, and then add it to witch, and then add it to dropout.
Okie dokie. Help me out here, roll 20.
Why would it do that?
Yay!
All right, so so that's added. I'm not looking at roll 20 right now, so 4.5, 9 rounds up to a 5. So because it's a D5 that you add. So
Right.
And 5 rounds up to a 3. So you
Very
divide
cool.
it in half. So, all right. Now let's talk relationships. Minerva, look at your relationships.
Yeah.
Are there any that you think you might have grown closer to or done something for?
Either, I think, Adora or Mara.
Okay, you don't have. It can be both.
Okay.
Do you think so? I'm looking at this. Adora is your
Favorite.
so. I'm now asking Adora. Do you think that Minerva kind of worked on your relationship and it grew closer today?
Yeah, I think
All
that
right.
attempting to convince Mara together that magic is real was a bonding experience that helped us
Cool.
get over the fight from the dad thing.
So your Minerva, your favorite goes up by 5.
Yay.
Mara, you are the judge. Do you have a little bit more of a relationship? Is it a little bit better with Minerva? I know it was very volatile in the middle there.
I don't think so. If
Okay.
anything, the way that she talked down to me.
We could take. Do you think it maybe took a step away from that?
I would say probably.
All right. So Minerva, can you also reduce your protege Mara by 5?
All right.
It happens. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then as a group, Mara.
You skip me, but okay.
What? I didn't.
Minerva's my protege.
Right, but I'm focusing on Minerva's character sheet right now.
Okay.
So Minerva, I don't think the rabbi really much happened with them. And
yeah, the group in general.
Yeah, your responsibility for the group in general. I think just through sheer effort, it should go up. What do y'all think? Does anyone have any disagreement, problems with that?
Yeah.
Adora?
I feel like they were putting a lot of energy into trying to make it better. Yeah.
All right.
Theater nerd, I give them an A for effort. It just didn't really work.
So
I mean, for Mara personally. So I would say
like
it could
even though you weren't
up.
convinced that what they were saying was true, we did kind of come to that agreement in the end that like we're all working together and agree that these things happen for whatever reason.
As a player, I would say that is probably a true thing.
All right. So
even
then
though.
So Minerva,
Mara, yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. We got to wrap up by 5, so I want to make sure we do. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
So Minerva, I see you already did it though. So your responsibility should be at 65 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next up is going to be Mara's relationships. Mara, you have Zara in as your favorite. That means it should be equal to your starting status. So looking at that.
Starting status 55?
Did you start with 2 isolation hardened?
Yes, we haven't.
Yeah. All right. So all right. Did you find a guru or a mentor this time?
I don't think so. I would say my grandmother would probably have been my guru. And at this point, she's dead. So I don't know that I have one.
All right. I'm going to say not much happened with Zara this time. So I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay. With Minerva, do you think that you grew closer with Mara today?
No. And maybe this is a little bit due to Minerva's own stubbornness and frustratedness with Mara. I think probably we also grew a little bit apart, even if Minerva was really trying to get them closer together.
Okay, so Mara, can you take 5 off of your protege with Minerva? And then, did Mara grow closer with the Cabal as a whole? I'm inclined to say yes myself. Anyone object?
Say probably not, honestly.
Oh, okay. Did you grow apart from it, or do you think it pretty much stayed the same?
Other people can. I would say it probably hasn't changed.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
If someone else wants to chime in with something else, otherwise, I'm open to hearing it.
Minerva, Adora, do you guys have thoughts on this one?
I understand why Mara was willingly ignorant, But I felt like that was kind of going like against the party, and maybe that should cause it to go down. I don't know.
Okay. Adora, do you have a thought?
I do think that the Cabal as a whole, like, did progress, but I can easily see Mara thinking that things were not really making things better.
All right.
So their actual relationship with the Cabal would go down. Yeah, I agree.
All right. So Mara, what do you think based on all of that? Because I think I might leave this one up to you based on how it's going.
I wish I could do like 2.5%. We'll just call
yeah, I
it
can do.
the
You know, I can actually do that.
Because I think on one hand, I don't think she sees it as willful ignorance.
So
Like-
why don't I just knock off 2 points and we call it there?
Cool.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Boom. I can't do a 0.5 though. It won't let me.
That just messes up the math. So I don't want to break the algorithm or the syntax.
right.
I don't want syntax errors all over everywhere.
All right. So Adora. We have Mara, your favorite. Did you grow closer?
I think so. Mara followed me after the whole dad thing, gave me some basic medical care. I tried to flirt with them and it didn't seem to be like rejected. So I think that grew.
Mara, would you agree?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right. Bag Lady Charlie Witch sadly didn't show up this time, but I really wanted her to. I've still got some stuff. Dumpster's books. I've got a scene there actually we need to do soon.
I'd love to do that soon.
I actually found a book for the guy to give you because that's what happens.
Nice.
And then the Cabal. I think you maybe grew closer to the Cabal once you got past the pain of the dad thing. What do you think of that?
I 100% agree. I feel like in the kitchen when everyone was fighting, I was like, maybe I should just leave. Maybe we should just give up. And then like we came out here and dealt with the actual aggressor and came together with the whole magic being real or not thing. So I think that my relationship definitely went up there.
All right. And Mara and Minerva, do you have any comments on that?
I would say that's probably right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give you a +5 on that. I put it in for you, Connie. I hope that was okay.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. So I believe everyone should have rolled all of their experience and have all of their relationships advanced. The last thing sort of to wrap, all right, there's 2 things to wrap up. Did anyone gain a new identity? I don't think so.
No.
But I mean, you could. Also, if you're thinking you don't have 4 identities and you want to start an identity off at 5, let me know. We'll talk about it. What's the goal next week?
I know for a fact. Well, I can't say that because I've said that every time. I will not be here, so it may be something that you want to speak with Alexis on and come to a decision.
What I would like to do is have kind of a rough draft. We'll run it by Alexis. If they're cool with it, if they're not cool with it, and then we'll go from there.
Gotcha.
Just because it's like the most important thing for my prep is the creation of that goal.
Yeah, I think maybe like check with Alexis, but maybe the goal next time is to like actually do some negotiating with this Atrobos person.
Okay. Adora, what do you think of that?
I don't think Adora would be excited about it, but if people decided to do it, that'd be cool.
Okay.
What Adora is really interested in right now is making sure we get ingredients that Pebbles likes.
You know, here's an important thing to note. We are trying to make our Pizza Taco Cat band place successful. So would the negotiation serve that better, or would the ingredient hunt serve that better? That would be my question. What do you think about that, Minerva? Because you can do
the
both.
Ingredient hunt might serve a more immediate benefit. I feel like the negotiation might serve, even if we just get them off our backs, or even just Jaquette specifically off Mara's back, that would have more of a long-term benefit and would allow us to more easily do other stuff, because while we have not negotiated, they can technically still fuck with us. Is my thinking.
Here's my 2 cents. The negotiation might take longer than next session, so if that's the one we're trying to do next, we might not be able to solve it next session. Whereas
let's go for the ingredients thing.
And then the thing is, you can also I'm going to go meet with Atropos over some coffee somewhere and we'll talk and get some more information. You could do that.
Yeah. Cool.
What do you think of that? Like maybe play the long game on that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Minerva the strategizer.
Does that work on board for everyone?
Works for me. I think probably Elizabeth would want to join Minerva for those conversations. So that could be like a thing we could do over the next couple episodes, trying to build up to a negotiation.
Yeah. And once you find out more about what's going on with the magic power structures, you might also be in a better position to negotiate, because you don't know exactly who is who. So that could also be a thing worth doing. So I think that's all of the bookkeeping for this game of Hierophant Unknown Girl Society. Next time, we will try to get better ingredients to get a better pizza for cats, but also maybe for humans, because, who's out there growing these amazing ingredients? Why are they rebels against the tomato factory? And what is going on outside of town in agriculture land?
What's going on with Quinn?
Oh yeah, what's going on with Quinn? Hey, I'm just here to help.
Stay away from us and our tomatoes.
All right, so are we good? Is everyone good with that as the next goal?
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then let's say goodnight and call the stream here.
Okie dokie.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good time. And I'm supposed to read stuff now. We have, thank everyone who followed, subbed, hosted. I forget. Ooh, I don't know how to check that. But thank you everyone for following, subbing, etc. We're supposed to plug stuff. Oops. We have a Discord. We have Patreon. We have merch. Please check these all out. Coming up next, we're going to raid. Who are we raiding? The Lady Ari channel. And there are so many things I'm supposed to read. I need to get better at keeping track of them. I have been Silent Ferrets. Sorry. You can look at my games that I design over on silentferrets.itch.io. We have Mara, played by.
You're
Mara.
muted.
Yep, I had myself muted a train passed, and I thought we were about to go. Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
My name is Theater Nerd. You can find me everywhere at the username below. Just about every social media you see that name, it's me. Actually, every social media. Next week, I won't be here. I am starting a podcast where all the episodes are one-shot episodes of different indie RPGs, such as the one you watched today. So hit me up on the social medias if you want to get involved. I'm in the Discord, same username. Yes, I'm trying to cast and get recording and editing and do everything on my own. So, other than that, I had a great time.
Cool. And then we have Adora.
Hello. I'm Connie O, and you can find me on Twitter at Connie O, yeah, on Twitch, Connie O, yeah. I'm going to be here again on Welcome to the Party on Mondays. Wait, this is Monday. On Saturdays, playing Mouse Guard. Super fun. And you can go to the Welcome to the Party Discord. There's probably going to be a link for Adventures at Sea, our pirate play-by-post, where we all play really traumatically pirates. and 5th edition. It's fun.
And last but certainly not least, we have the powerful I can say it, Chiromancer Minerva.
Hi, I'm Persephone. You can't really find me anywhere else besides the Welcome to the Party Discord. But maybe soon you might be seeing me on the YouTubes with some interesting colored lights. That's your only hint.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And we will be rating things. So please stick around for the Lady Ari. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.